It's time to tell you what some of the key brokerages have said. And remember, it's a tough time for them as well. Between Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, they might have had to change the view 2 or 3 times, depending on what the situation existing. But now that the situation is clear, it's good to get you one key view. So we're getting the Morgan Stanley view on India, and they say that this remains India's decade. Actually, we missed the best line of the report, which says that Modi 3.0, this remains India's decade. That's the key crux of the note. Now, the assumptions. They are making that the 12-month forward Sensex target is 82,000 for Morgan Stanley, which implies about a 14% upside. So that's the first thing that they see upside during the rest of the year, 14% on the Nifty. They say that if the earnings growth forecast through FY26 for them is 500 basis points higher than consensus. Clearly, Morgan Stanley believes the next 2 years, the earnings growth could surprise significantly positively on the upside. Remember, the Morgan Stanley Investor Conference is 4 days from now, and we'll be talking to Rhythm Desai on this note on the sidelines of that event as well. Morgan Stanley forecasts GDP growth of about 6.8% in FY25. Not bad. Again, you could argue maybe slightly higher than the consensus or more spoken about number of 6.5%. And of course, they also go on to say that from a portfolio strategy perspective, they like cyclicals over defensives and large caps over the small and mid caps. So this doesn't change too much. The fact that they like cyclicals over defensives, which means that they are reasonably aggressive. And from a sectoral perspective, except for these 4 sectors, they are underweight everywhere else. So they are overweight financials, they are overweight technology, they are overweight consumer discretionary and industrials, and they are underweight every other sector. But guys, 82,000 on the Sensex as per Morgan Stanley for the rest of the year. That's not bearish at all. I mean, it may not be extraordinarily bullish, but certainly not bearish.
It's a good number. It's a good number, especially in the midst of everything that we've seen and in putting in context with the recent moves.